RDS instances and app servers. So you can create configurations the way you want them. This is a simple example of how to create a security group. You can create one, give it a name and a description. And once you're happy with this description, you can create it. And at the beginning, it's empty. There's no rules inside it. You can, as you saw in the previous example, enable HTTP traffic to anybody, so from any place on the internet. And you can enable SSH, in this case, only from another security group, which could be bastion hosts, so very secure machines that you use to connect and manage the other machines. IAM, Identity and Access Management, allows you to manage groups, to manage users, to manage permissions and accesses, so you can fine-grainedly tune the way that you want security and access to be in your specific environment. And the cost is zero. Also for security groups, no additional cost. This is an example of how VPC work. So you have your company on the left and the AWS cloud on the right with machines run by other people. You can have local machines inside your company, and you can launch EC2 machines in the usual way by connecting through the public internet and launching EC2 machines in that part of the AWS cloud. But maybe you want to create a private section of the AWS cloud and connect to it through a private VPN tunnel. This is the first way to use VPC. Launch machines inside VPC, and these machines can be mapped inside your own network. So your local machines can see them as if they were local. There are other ways to use VPC. A second way is, for example, to enable NAT, or network address translation. It means that these EC2 machines inside VPC can access the internet, but not vice versa. And you can also enable both of them. So you can create direct traffic between internet and VPC, but even divide VPC in different groups, and maybe enable one group or the other and not the other one, etc. You can basically create the network configuration that you want. And of course, you can use these three methods in conjunction with each other. So final remarks. My time is almost up, so I will be very quick. There is a book called De Arquitectura, a book which is almost 2,000 years old, and it's, of course, the first real book about architecture. And in that book, there are three principles that every proper architecture building, in that case, should have. These are three Latin words that mean durability, and you can obtain durability by using redundancy and replication on AWS. Utility, which you can obtain by using resources very efficiently. And beauty, and this is a little bit tricky because beauty can be defined in the Greek way by pleasure and meaning and satisfaction. And these three things, you can actually obtain them because you can automate a lot of stuff, so you can get the pleasure of focusing only on what you really want to do and what really matters. So the focus is really on these things, and also things that work, so there will be no dissatisfaction, but you will actually be very happy to use these things. So these three keywords here, I think that they particularly apply to some services. For example, one of the most recent one that we launched is called CloudFormation. You can provision AWS resources in an orderly fashion. You can create templates and use these templates to deploy, automatically deploy entire AWS environments. Elastic Beanstalk, the one that I mentioned you before the event started, you can deploy applications such as Java applications in the cloud directly, and we take care of everything else. If you are a Java developer and you don't have any idea how to manage systems, you can just use the Elastic Beanstalk. We manage the machines for you. We scale these machines for you. But you still keep control if you want to access to these machines and manage them directly. Or the SES, the Simple Email Service. You can send emails, a highly scalable, efficient system, without the need to manage mail servers by yourself. So this is a recap of the 7 principles that we went through. Very important principles, every one of them. And I think it's now time to architect for the cloud. So what are you waiting for? Thank you very much.